Good afternoon. Today is the 30th of August and this is part 6 of a slightly shambolic shuffle around Rustival 3 2025. I don't think there'll be another Rustival this year, so this is the only one for this time. I do apologise in advance if there's wind noise, if I fall over, if I get things wrong. The clue is in the title of the video, a shambolic shuffle. And also, we don't talk about deals with channel viewers. If you start complaining about that, then I will just remove the comments because it's quite clear before we start that that's the case. Thank you, Mayor of London, and all your friends around the country for your stupid ultra emission and clean air zones. So we do not. Anyway, 2002 Renault Scenic Mark 1 facelift one at 1.8. I wonder what specification is. Normally it's on the other side of the car. So that's good for Wilsons of Epsom, who I know very well because I used to live near there. It's a 1.8, but not. It's probably quite a nice one, like a Privilege or something. It's got a leather interior. We also like this Camry. Very nice indeed. Imported, I think, with the sort of doilies that you find on the seat. So from somewhere in Japan. You could buy these over here, but there we go. It's a 2.2. Let's just put the doilies on. I don't know. Ooh, a Saab 900 OG turbo 16 valve. Very nice, viewers. 1991, 1992. Quite late, actually. The first generation Saab 900 was discontinued in 1993, I think it was, in favour of the second one. So then we've got this 2003 Porsche Boxer. I think that's the first generation one, a first generation facelift. I think by now these were a 2.7. This is a standard one rather than an S model. And there we go, a 2012 Chevy Spark 1.2 LS. I actually filmed this week, just a few days ago. I filmed in up to no budget reviews. Mr. Darlison, who owns this car, has got a monkey driving it. He's looking, I don't know, a little bit on the upset side there. Leave him alone in case he comes and attacks me. So, Trabi is a state Trabi as well. It's the second one I've seen. Yeah, a little two-stroke engine. Body made of a thing called Duraplast, which was mainly cotton, I believe. Don't have a crash in a Trabi. That's probably my advice. Don't have a crash in a Trabi. It's just better. Zara exclusive. Now these were towards the top of the range actually. The one I drove last year, I think it was a 1.8. It was like an LX or SX. This one's not. I presume it's something. And then we've got MGZR Express. I think it's a petrol one as well. That's extraordinary. These are very, very, very rare vans. I actually drove one of these in 2023. I think it was 2023. Forget now. 1999 Toyota MR2 Rev 5. Excellent. This is right at the end of SW20 production then. Very 90s colour, this sort of purple. For the Vauxhall Tigre B, these were made, I think, 2004 to 2009. They look like something like an Astra H, but they're actually based on a Corsa C, if that makes sense. A Daewoo Aspero 1.8 CDI with optional alloy wheels. Very nice. I have actually driven one of these. I drove a 1.8 CDI in 2022, I think it was, and then I drove in 2024 a 2-litre CDXI. It was the creme de la creme. Very nice. This is a Chrysler Ypsilon. Someone's put Lancia badges on it, but it's a Chrysler Ypsilon. These are one of the last cars actually to have the Chrysler name in this country. For some reason in this country decided to market these under Chrysler and not Lancia. But there we go, Lancia is coming back apparently. Whether they'll come over here, I don't know. 2020, 2021 Kia Soul EV. Little Mini here. It's a 1989 Mini City E. Hello to George. And then a 1997, 1998 Peugeot 106 Independence. I think it was a 205 GTI wheels one actually, but not as sporty as the GTI at all. BMW Z4 from 2004. It's a 2.5. I bet that's fun actually. That looks good fun. Isn't it? Daihatsu Midget 2, 1995, 1996. These things are crazy. They're absolutely insane little things. I can't say that I would like to drive one of them. I think it would be perhaps a little bit crazy. And here we have Lawrence Mechanical Marvel's dump truck. I think it was bought for £50 or something a few years ago. See the gentlemen over here who are looking at the things like this dump truck. And of course this thing here. Mark II Gunsmith tractor thing. Very typical of them, isn't it, that sort of thing? Anyway, let's have a look at this BX over here. We're doing quite well with BX's viewers. We've not been caught up by one today. I thought lots of them were ones we can't talk about, but actually it turns out that most of them here are petrol, which is good. It's about 1991 or so. It says 16 valve. Next week we've got this Sierra XR4i from 1983, so a very early one. Excellent. Retail price is under £10,000 back in the day. I do like that, viewers. I like that really quite a lot. I don't know why it's playing up 2 spaces, but there we go. Peugeot 106 GTI. These have about 120 horsepower, I think it is. It's something like that, and you can win for £2 at Chops Garage. I've seen this on his videos before. 2004 Audi RS4. Is this the one owned by High Peak Autos, which is another one? I don't know. We've got Citroen AX GT or GTI, pre-facelift one. I think these continue till 96 or something like that. It's a GT from 1991. There's a Mark 7 Fiesta, Lotus Elise Series 2. It's the 135 version. Looking for a real red Robbo. I bet something rather unusual. This is an MG Rover era prototype. It looks very much like something like a Vauxhall Signum. This was what was supposed to, I think, replace the sort of Rover 45 or something like that. I think that's what it was. The RDX 60 from 2003. So it's based on a Rover 75. It never actually made it in production. Obviously the styling is very contemporary of that sort of time. A lot of cars look like this. I mean, the Astra H also looked a bit like this. It's a shame. And then we've got 2 more Renaults. We've got an Aventime from 2003. I can't remember if this is the V6 or it's the 2 turbo. Oh, it's a manual, so it'll be a 2 litre.
Funded a group called IRIS, which stands for Industry.
And then we've got a Renault Megane Classic, there's actually 2 of them here. This is also an R in Liberté from 1998-1999. It's very similar to the one that Mr. Bill has, which we saw, I think, in part 1. San Aria. Interesting. Unfortunately, viewers, due to the channel rules, we'll be skipping various popular cars that some of you want to see. But of course, you can go and watch them on Pub Nut or Furious Driving. I drive a Classic. You don't have to put up with my absolute terrible rambling and wind noise. 1999 Suzuki Vitara 4U, which I believe is owned by Steph's workplace. Actually, moved down here. I believe Mr. Richardson's lady wife owns this Mini. He's out probably doing a non-Shambolic non-shuffle somewhere, which of course will be a vastly superior Mini to this absolute nonsense that I've been doing. She's had this car for a long time. Very practical. We've got the friends at the back there. So this Beetle here has been modified extensively. very extensively. It's a 1970-71 registration, but it's almost unrecognisable from what it would have been originally. Now, that's not a problem or anything. It just looks far more modern than it actually is. Unless someone's put an earlier plate on it, which they might have done, I don't know. But lots and lots of work going on. Oh my gosh, it feels like... There's sort of Volkswagen stalks or something in there. Then an Abarth 695595, something like that. I drove one of these actually a while ago. It was kind of fast, kind of crazy. Then a 1988 Montego 1.6L Estate from No Budget Reviews, which I filmed. When was it? Oh yeah, it was Wednesday. That's it. Wednesday I actually filmed this. And who are you going to call? So yes, it does have a few issues. That tailgate needs replacing urgently. But there we go, viewers. Right, we actually ended up in half zoom there, viewers, so that wasn't so good. We'll continue now on normal zoom. We've got a Metro GTA here. Now, this is actually a local car to where I live in Hampshire. It turns up a lot of the events, and I very, very much like this because my godfather used to have one of these. I think he's dead now, unfortunately. Those wheels are off a Rover 114. I think a GSI or a GTA. This one is 19495, so it's a very late Metro. And then we got this Fiat Panda. This is a 1991, so it's a 1000 CL. And I drove this in 2024 after the first Rustival, and it was terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying. It's only a 4-speed, and the brakes are lacking, shall we say. They're not the best. Next, we've got this 1999 to 2000 BMW 740i. This one has a very nice cream leather interior with an integrated Nokia mobile phone, which is still in the car. We like that view. That's the sort of thing we like very much. Next, we've got a Citroen Ami. Ami Estate, actually, right-hand drive. Well, this is a rare thing. Very rare. Normally, the Amis you see these days are left-hand drive. Ami Wheat, 1974-75 on an N. And then we are going to have to go right to this Audi A2 here. Now, the problem with this A2 here is it's faster than 1.4 petrol, but it's not ultra emission zone compliant because the 1.6 FSI engine is not, which is really annoying. Why that's the case, I don't know. But instead, we're going to have a talk about this Peugeot 405. We like this very much, viewers. Facelift one, 94-95 registration. Automatic, probably I think a 1.9 2-litre engine. It's a GLX. We prefer a GTX really, but we have what we can get. And we're going to move on here to this Renault 18 left-hand drive Estate. Again, an exceptionally rare car. This. Don't know if it's sold originally. It wasn't over here. Of course, it's left-hand drive. Quite late actually. The 21 came out, was it 86 or something? 83, 84. So facelift one. Then 88, 89 Toyota MR2. Correct wheels as well. Fantastic. These are quite interesting cars, but as I've said before in this incredibly long series of Shambolic Shuffles, I just prefer the Supra, personally. 1999 to 2000 Ford Mondeo 2.5 V6 Gear X Estate. Have a look at that Duratec whilst we're here. Tasty. Old viewers, and then we've got a Hyundai Elantra. It's a 2-litre GSI. I drove one of these actually a few years ago now. It was a 1.6 Remo Special Edition. This is a 2-litre GSI. And yeah, it's probably a bit more interesting. I didn't find it very interesting, the 1.6. Maybe that's a bit more fascinating to drive. I don't know, so 97 I think it is. And then this big Lexus thing. Do we have a beige leather interior with wood? Yes, we do, viewers, because that's what we like. We like beige leather interiors with wood. It makes the day go past far better. It's a GS450H. Oh, viewers, look at this. A very late Peugeot 305. This is a 86, 87 on a D. We like this view. The dash looks very similar to a 205, actually, and that a gearbox, I think, is out of a Citroen BX or something. They're quite nice. I kind of drive one of those actually at some point in my life. I don't know if I'll ever make it, but it'd be an interesting thing to do. And then a Jaguar I-Pace from 2018 to 19. 2004 Volkswagen Golf 1.4 Mark 5. I drove one of these recently actually. I don't really have a lot to say, to be honest. This is like a really basic one with black door handles and black mirrors, so don't really think there's a lot to say particularly about that. That's your Core 1999 with original invoice from TH White of Effingham, where I have been. My gosh, the person who ordered this lived in West Ewell. That's where I used to live back in the day, views. It's a Core Plus 1 litre engine, it's an automatic. Then we've got a Jaguar XJ8 from 2000. Sort of cream leather interior rather than a beige one. (1999) Fiat Coupe 20 valve turbo. I drove one of these actually in 2022 on the channel. It was blue. The only thing I didn't like about it was the steering and also the sort of sticky stuff coming off the dash. Apart from that, pretty good fun. I drove a 2002 HRV about 2 years ago. This one is an early one, it's from 1992-2000. For some reason, lots of them have this purple colour. So Bertie is 40 today. So, oh okay, so he would have been registered in August 1985. It's a Metro 1.3L. So we're going to skip past here, and we're going to go straight on to the Proton Satria Neo. Despite what Mr. John Coupland said, it is Satria, not Satria. 2011 this Satria Neo is. This was one of the first cars by Proton which is entirely based on their own design. The previous Impian or Wadger, that was based on the same platform as the Mitsubishi Charisma and Volvo S40. This car had nothing to do with any previous sort of Mitsubishi or anything like that. It was entirely new design, the Proton, including the engine, the Campro. Slightly Proton put out of the market about 2012, and they no longer sell cars over here. Next we're going to go look at this very nice Saab 9.3 2-litre turbo. Initially this was kind of a version of the old Triumph Slant 4 engine, but actually developed extensively into the H engine, which were introduced until 2010. N16 Almera 2005, quite a late one. I think these finished in 2006. I quite like these Almeras actually. They're one of the last sort of conventional looking things that Nissan sort of made in this class. After that it was all Qashqais and things. They're very popular, but you know, I like conventional Nissan cars because I own one. So I'm a bit biased that way. Unos Roadster on a K plate. So 92, 93. Quite a few of these here today. Peugeot 205 look, 1990, 1991. So facelifted car. Probably a 1.1 or 1.1 probably will be because it's only got a 4-speed gearbox in it. All the luxury absent. Then a Renault Sport Clear 182, I think these are. I wonder if this is a cup version. The cups were right at the end. Yes, it is. Oh, there we go. It's not a cup. It's for sale. Okay. So call 07985658544. And it's £6,995. As Mr. Bill from the Fuel Power channel says, this could be yours. Then we've got an MG BGT 7374 registration. There's actually not many here. I was expecting to find more of them here, but this isn't a conventional show where you just see MGBs and MGFs everywhere. In fact, we've got another Tahiti Blue MGF from the year 2001. It's like the one I drove last year, actually, that. You can hear the Valencia engine there of the Fiesta. Nissan Figaro. I actually just had one of these on my channel, just had one. It was a different colour. This is, oh gosh, I can't remember the name of the colours now. I've forgotten. But that one just looked rather nice. Prince engine. Okay, we'll go down here then. Go down here and have a look at a car that Mr. Richardson, the Furious Driver, has recently purchased. This 2000 Mercedes-Benz SLK. Mr. DeCosta of Gentle's Garage drove this here today. He's been helping out by bringing it down, and we can talk about this one. He paid not a lot of money for it. Not a lot of money at all. So there we go. Right, a Porsche 928 here is. This is an S4. It dates from 1987. I can't believe how long these were made for. They were going to replace the 911, and they just never did. Various 911s came and went. This stayed in production, and then 1995 they just continued it. This is, I think, the oldest car that's actually here. Be from the 30s. It is an Austin 7. Quite a late one. The Tascus is from 1939. They made it until then, I think. Morris Marina, very late one. This is a Series 3 Marina. Think, say yes, 1.7, 79, 80 registration. The Taos came out on a V as well, I think. We've got this nice Jaguar X300, an XJR. No chrome wood here, viewers. Just lots and lots of power. Huge amounts of power, in fact. Going to move down past this Discovery because I'm pretty sure we can't talk about it. And on to Giselle V Citroen GSA from 1986. GSA was the hatchback version of the GS. The GS was made until 1980, GSA until 86. And of course, you can see Brunello owns this as far as I remember. But anyway. Another car he doesn't own is this Myrtle Limited. I think it's been through a couple of owners since. And Myrtle Limited, I think it's a 0.8, has an identical twin, who's from 2000. Also an SE model, which is interesting. Another petrol Mark 5 Mondeo, 2015. It's good views. We like the petrol ones, don't we? That's what we like. Also a manual. It's a 1.5, that one. Interesting. I think that's the smallest engine they had. Here's my friend Jerry, who's a Daewoo expert, whose Nubera I filmed last year. Here it is, the 2001 Nubera. He's got quite a few accessories for it now. He's got a Daewoo bike, he's got this Daewoo sign at the top, he's got flags, he's got shirts, he's got everything. It's insane. He and his brother, they own several Daewoo's. The Leganza, his brother owned, also filmed, but there it is. At the time it had a dent in the front wing, but that's now been fixed. Next to this Cortina XLE, another South African import one. I don't remember these crests on the side of the Mark III Cortina sold over here. A bit more interesting really than the UK spec ones, because that's a 6-cylinder engine there. 1974-75. There's the new wing that's just been put on that day. There we go, very nice. And then a Scirocco, late one, a GT2. Probably about, I don't know, 1990, something like that. Oh gosh, it's really late, to 1992. It's the absolute last year they sold them. And then a 1990-1991 Unos with the speakers and headrests, yep. Is that the V Special model? I can't remember now, yes. Then we've got a Skoda Favourite. This is a bit more posh from the last Favorites we've been seeing today. They all have the same 1.3 engine with various power outputs, but there were ones that had higher equipment. The GLX IE was sort of towards the top. 94-95, just before Felicity would have come out, which is actually based on the same platform on these. Then a couple more of these Vitaras. These are very similar to the Vitara for You, which Steph, my driver classic, has bought today. But I seem to remember they're not for You models. They have the same colour as those, but they're not the same model. This is what the what's it called? The weird sort of two-door thing was based on. It was this JX's X90, actually the X90. Gilbert Invader 1972-73 registration. as seen on the HubNet channel recently. Essex V6, I think this is one of the last of the Gilbans. I think they've discontinued about 1974. So Fabio, I think Monte Carlo or Colour Edition, forget now, be about 2017 or something like that. Tesla Model Y, 2023-2024 registration. Next to a Triumph TR7, a bit of a contrast there, viewers. This is a 1979 to 80 plate on this one. Obviously, we had a few more years still to run at this time, and the entire factory change in about 1980, I think, for them. Another W30 MR2 from the year 2000. Then a Mark II TT, 2009. And then I think it was a Jaffarets or something, Jaffarets? Little Ukrainian thing with little NSU prints. You think this looks like it's from the 60s. This car's actually got an E plate, so it's 87, 88. Isn't that crazy? I just kept selling them. Mazda 121. This sort of bubble shape generation. There's not many of these left. I've driven one of them actually. It was a green one from 1993. This one was an auto, one I drove was a manual. Didn't sell a lot of them over here. There we go, so it's 1993. Then we've got Triumph Dolomite, 1976-77 registration. Sprint wheels, but not a Sprint. This is an 1850 HL. And then a beautiful BMW M5, an E28 model. It's a 1987. Not many right-hand drive ones were made, viewers, as it points out on that information sheet there. Then a 205 Open, 89 registration with the newer dash, although the rear end didn't change until 1990. 2008 BMW Z4. It's the 2.5 SI model. That's Series 3 Land Rover we're going to skip. Picasso, they're hard to tell apart whether they've got a regiment we can talk about or not. I've seen this K11 Micro before. What sort of life has, I'm not sure. It's now some kind of Super Elect, that's it. It's a kind of stick it up one. Mark 1 TT, convertible. Then this Mark 1 Clear, which you've seen a huge number of times. It's a 1996-97 1.2 RL Oasis. What's the stickers? Identifies authorized and compliant. 2003 BMW E46 330ci. I've seen a few of those today. Another 106. There's so many. So many of these with furry steering wheel cover. And yellow bits. Then we've got Jake's 1999 Renault Clio 1.2. It's an RN Grande, he's called. This should have won Festival Exceptional this year. I think it should have done, considering how much work he put into it. But he hasn't won, so you know he's brought it here again. It looks immaculate. That's one of the most immaculate cars I've ever driven in my life. So NDMX5. Personal plate, but I think this is the recent facelift one. I think this is a really, really new one. Memory, like the colour. That colour's quite nice, actually. Yeah. 2000 Fiat Multipla 1.6 ELX. It's actually a petrol one, viewers, which I rejoice. I do not rejoice over the City Rover, viewers. So we're going to skip over that and look at this Rover 100 instead. Now, I just need to make sure we're very careful. This isn't the one that I think it might be, because we can't talk about that one yet. I think it's actually okay. Different wheels on this one. What the wheels are actually off? Interesting. So Ascot SE, probably 1.1 or 1.4. 1992-1993 Mercedes-Benz 320 CE with a clear tone mobile phone. very period appropriate. At 93 it says there. And then we'll finish on this Porsche here. We've got a seal in there. He doesn't look very happy. He doesn't look very happy at all. It's 2005 Boxster S. Anyway, thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video and comment below. And we shall see you again in the final part for some more incorrect information.